Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all to some more Hearthstone Hijinks, the show where I build a deck around a gimmick or rule set that, quite frankly, makes it harder than it should be to win, but does involve a lot of fun. Today's ridiculousness is going to be Wisp Humiliation. So how this is going to work, you may be able to tell, is I have to finish my opponent with a Wisp. Anything else goes, but if I win, the killing blow has to be with a Wisp. Rogue and Warrior, I think, are the best for this. So let's see if we can make this happen. Uther, Rudai's one, is our first opponent. We have a Master of Disguise for the disguising of the Wisp, which I think is very vital. If we can get our opponent low, make him run out of cards, and then, oh, here it is, Golden Wisp. Yes, I crafted 2 Golden Wisps because I am that Wisp core. And a Fan of Knives is fairly good, honestly, against a Paladin. They're going to be having a lot of 1/1s grace the field, so I'm actually going to save the coin to coin into SI7, a very powerful standard opening, and as all he's done is play a 1/1 anyway, I am fairly happy to just dagger up, stab it in its face, and move on with my life. So, we are wanting to get him to roughly 5 health, play Wisp, play Master of Disguise, hope to everything that he does not consecrate spitefully, and then power up the Wisp and kill him. Muster for Battle is a absolutely shockingly bad play against a Rogue for reasons that he's about to find out that will result in him probably making this sound. Oh, come on! And I do like to imagine that. So we could Blade Flurry, but the Fan of Knives value is a lot better. We do draw into Lotheb, and yeah, that should do it for now. A lot of cards in our hand, a lot of power, everything is awesome! I kind of want to eviscerate that, but then of course it comes back anyway, so it's not the best deal in the world. So I think what I'm going to do is coin, and then I'm going to probably well, the thing is, I'm going to run the statistics here. I'm going to eviscerate it, because likely whatever comes out will have less than 2 health, and then we can immediately SI7. Annoyingly, he did get Malnos, which is an extra card draw, which is ridiculously good, but it does nicely deal with the Shredder and leaves us a free on the board. So I best got to play a normal game, but we got to get that Wisp in. And obviously, having the Wisp in, at minimum, is 2 less slots in my deck, which is obviously an issue. So we got to figure out a way around that as well. Okie dokie, I think the thing to do here is simply play ourselves an Azure Drake, get drawing through our deck. We do have Fan of Knives, and we do have the spell power, so I am actually going to prep. I'm going to Fan of Knives him down. We get the Shiv, which is nice. We can use that next turn, and then we're just going to leave it like that. I don't want the Belcher to kill my free for free, because that's not a good amount of value at all. So I'm okay with doing that. He's got to deal with the Azure Drake. The shielded minibot, not really a problem. That does suck. Did he just attack my face? No, there's no way he attacked my face. That's absolutely preposterous. There we go. So we still can get Shiv value here. It's just obviously not as good. I could Blade Flurry, peel that away, put them to a 1/1 and a 2/2 without the thing, but then I don't have the spell power to deal with it in the first place, so I might just Lotheb and get him to trade and hit Lotheb, but that doesn't seem like a very valuable Lotheb. Playing the Azure Drake just gives him something else to use his True Silver on as well, so it's not a fantastic play in that regard. It's a little bit of a conundrum here, but I think honestly the safe play is to literally just do that and make him have to put more than his swing of an investment in taking out Lotheb here. So this is a fairly, honestly, I'm not a big Rogue player. You may have noticed by some of the decisions I've made. I much prefer, shockingly, my Shaman. I'm probably just going to sap that, because it just delays him for a turn and I can build up more of a board. He's going to do that and save the shield, which obviously does make sense. I could Blade Flurry and then Spell Power Shiv, but that obviously doesn't work. The Deadly Poison's kind of nice. Yeah, what I'm going to do is simply sap that back and play my Azure Drake and then finish the 1-1. I think this makes the most sense. That backstab is potentially going to come in very handy, but for now, I'm okay with that. Board control, hands are about even. I do have a sprint in this deck, so I can pull ahead with that, but I feel like I should have been going for face a little bit more. Backstab, obviously, now will finish that shielded mini-bot off, so that is certainly okay. That's a little bit annoying, but also not really. I'm tempted to actually Blade Flurry that away with a Deadly Poison. I think that would make sense. Should I, though? Should I really? I mean, it does seem a little bit of a waste when I do have the backstab here. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. I am going to apply a Deadly Poison. I'm going to backstab away the Knife Juggler. I am going to SI7 Agent away the 2-2, and I'm going to shiv the 1-1 just to keep up my draw power, because I really do need to get to sprint. Oh, we do have the combination of Master of Disguise and Wisp, and then I'm going to hit him in preparation for Blade Flurrying this damage away anyway. So he does still have a Sludge Belcher, but we do have the infrastructure to deal with a Sludge Belcher, albeit not in a very competent way, but still technically. I basically have to draw my sprint, or we're kind of out of options here. It's irritating we got a Wally Paladin as our opponent, but I can still make this work. I believe in myself, and I've not drawn Tinker's Oil as well, which is a key part in giving the Wisp the power it needs. That is interesting. We're just going to see a Lotheb, which certainly is still dealable with, but it would take a swing, and that doing 5 damage to myself, always an annoying card to get past. I could do a 5-mana prep to take 3 mana off like a 7-mana Blade Flurry. I think that would definitely be a really good turn for us. Okay. Oh, we draw the other Wisp. That is a shame. That is a massive, massive shame. Okay. Alright. I could make this work. Totally. I mean, I don't really have much of a choice in the matter. I'm going to do that. I'm going to kill that one there. Weapon back up, and we're basically going to ignore Lotheb. The reason I did that is to make more value out of this free instead of just trading it away and leaving the 1-1. Yes, I might take another 5 damage to the face, but it also means it will likely just get traded to the SI7, so I'm not completely against that. It is annoying I've drawn both Wisps and my Master of Disguise, my free changes to this deck, before I've drawn enough power to finish him, but I can make this work. I can do this. If I do draw Sprint next turn, I am going to prep do it, just so I have the 6 mana to actually do things with my turn. Though I could do with the Tinker Sword. I could buff a Wisp to 7 attack, which gets it close to killing him, assuming the game kind of keeps going backwards and forwards like it is. Though he does have 7 cards, and that worries me. Especially because 3 of my cards are so useless right now. The Prep's useless with my hand, and the Blade Flurry's kind of useless, because at most it's doing 1 damage, so we are backed into a corner. We're going to have to get feral and become the animal, and as we teleport in, a boot. Hopefully he has actually gone AFK and given us an opportunity to claim victory in this. Seriously, please have gone AFK. Please, for the love of everything. Yes, don't you stay in the toilet. Wherever you've gone, you stay there, my friend. You fall down that bowl. Come on. Come on. Yes, alright. The fates have decided that this is going to work. Oh, okay, so we are going to do that. We're going to heal ourselves up. We're going to attack the face there. And I am going to... I kind of want to play 1 Wisp just in case. But I feel like it would be a mistake at this point. So I'm actually just going to Master of Disguise the free. Just because against a Paladin, I don't need to hide my Wisp. Because the only way he's going to kill a Wisp is with a Consecrate. And the stealth doesn't protect it from that, so I'm not entirely against it. The Peacekeeper there a little bit annoying, though nothing horrific. That's kind of annoying, but again, nothing horrific. We do draw the Eviscerate, which is kind of nice, so I am definitely going to use that. We're actually going to have to use a Wisp here to activate this, which is a little bit worrying. Oh man, it is not good. Okay, and then we'll attack phase just a little bit more. So we are very consecratable, but my golden wisp is here. At least we managed to play it, so we got that going for us. Oh, this game has not gone in my favor, that is for sure. We may have to do our backup warrior. The heal bot, god damn it, taking even longer to bring this to a close. Hopefully he doesn't have consecrate. Please say we've at least got that fortunate. Hey, we have! Lovely. So I kind of need to draw deadly poison so I can get value out of this blade flurry. That is definitely the main thing. The wisp, I'm obviously just going to leave on the field because I need it to be alive. And Tinker's Sharp Sword Oil. I mean, honestly, not horrible, because we could get a 4-attack wisp, but we're not in any way of actually killing our opponent here. So we kind of just gotta hit him over the head with the wisp, and then move on. We really need to draw Sprint. We need the rest of our deck here if we're going to turn this around, though I already have a sneaking suspicion it's a little bit too late. Okay, the 1-1, not really a threat, it's just no, Wisp! Oh, Wisp, how could you? How could you, Rude Eyes? That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. Alright, let's sprint into a load more cards and see what we can acquire. Okie dokie, so this is kind of nice. We're going to hit him in the face. We're going to play Thalnos. We are going to Blade Flurry, and simply weapon up again. So at least we've managed to get board control back, which is something. And we do have our other Wisp friend. If this Wisp dies, we kind of have to concede, but due to the fact we're 4 cards left in our deck anyway, I don't think that's going to be really a big problem. Oh, Consecrate, good. Very, very good. We get an extra card, the second Tinkers. That is wonderful. So the real question is, will he have a second Consecrate? I kind of want to go all in on the fact that he doesn't. If I Wisp, Tinkers, and then attack Blade Flurry, if he can't kill the Tinkers, I'll do 14. The Wisp will be buffed to 7. I will put him in lethal range to the Wisp if he doesn't have his second Consecrate, or his second Peacekeeper, actually. So the real question is, do I want to actually do that? And I feel like it wouldn't be the most sensible decision. I need him to kind of use other removal at this point. So I'm going to deliberately Blade Flurry just as a combo piece, which really does suck, but I think it does. It doesn't make that much sense, but at most I could get a 2-2. I kind of need him to be... You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I think it is a better decision, just because I want the threat on the board. And I could have played the Wisp to buff him up, but I don't want him dead as collateral. I want this to get Peacekeepered, and then there's not really much he could do with the Wisp in order to get rid of it, aside from the other Consecrate. Alright, so there we do have the Peacekeeper. That is very, very good. But the thing is, it may give Edwin Van Cleef the attack. Though, honestly, that doesn't matter too much, because it doesn't matter who does the damage as long as the Wisp is the final bit of damage. So, technically speaking, it's okay. Alright, so if we do our sap here on, I guess this makes the most sense, just because it's not going to be too much of a threat. And then we play the Tinkers. We play the Tinkers. And then we've got all of this power, which is rather nice. So I probably can win the game. I just kind of need for the Wisp to not die. I've only got 1 card left. This has been a slow crush, I'll admit, and I really thought I could pull this off, but apparently people seem to really hate Wisps. I can't imagine why. So he still has his Consecrate, and the longer we wait, the more likely he is to actually draw it. He's got to deal with a 7-6 and a 9-1 weapon, which means if he doesn't have a taunt, he might actually have lost the game, which means he might concede, which still makes me happy. Alright, so we have equality. So one of these will be trading. Oh, there's the second Consecrate. There is the second oh, no! No! Damn. Alright, well, we tried. We did try. Let us move to the Warrior and see if we can pull this off. And perhaps, you know, it's been a while since the Hijinks has actually beaten us. So, honestly, this could be the one. We could not have the power to correctly wield the Wisp, but let's give it a whoa. See, the thing is, it's called Wisp Humiliation because sometimes it's me that has the humiliation for trying to Wisp and not my opponent. And the thing is, if I'd done my Blade Flurry play of attacking and Blade Flurrying with the weapon, I would have won with Van Cleef there. But I did the play that meant the Wisp could happen, and yeah, it backfired hard. Alright, worthy opponent. This time, Mr. Garrosh has got a plan for you, Mr. Thrall. A matchup for the ages. So really, we don't want any of these cards. Oh, we do have the Wisp, but no, I think I will leave you out of this for now. Honestly, we really don't want any of these. We want some lower cost, earlier game things just to stall stuff out. Oh, looks like we are going to have the Wisp from the start. I guess that's okay in the sense that we now don't need to draw it to reliably win with it. But it's also a little bit bad because this is effectively one card less that we're playing. There's no point coining out the Fiery War Axe. We have no idea what he's doing at the moment. It would be a big waste of a coin. You want to hold the coin for until you really do need it. Otherwise, it tends to be a fairly large waste of time. We're just going to armor up here. And the thing about playing the Warrior is we do have the amount of stall required to make this happen. I do have charge in this deck. And that's how the Wisp is going to happen. Ideally, Wisp, charge, make it a 6-1 Wisp, and then kill things with it. This is the worst play I've seen in a long while, but, you know, I hope he's happy that he got rid of my 2 armor, I guess, at the cost of wasting one of the best cards in the Shaman's deck. But we're not going to worry about that. It gives me hope to actually make this a success. My only problem is I don't want him to concede before I can Wisp Humiliate. That's the real objective, and, well, I feel like that shouldn't be, please, opponent, don't leave before I can humiliate you. It does sound bad when you put it like that, but, you know, it also makes sense a little bit, right? And, again, he's gonna play the other Flame Tongue. Okay, he really wants to kill me, honestly. I'm not entirely sure what his deal is here, but that's fine. We'll just give him free useless. Well, I could Iron Beak. Yeah, I'm going to Iron Beak. The only reason I'm Iron Beaking is because this is a taunt, so I'd rather not have to deal with another turn of Flame Tongue shenanigans, and it lets me armor up. And then next turn, I can either Shield Maiden, I can Death's Bite, I can Sludge Belcher, I can really react to anything he does really well, and obviously the Owl itself can kill a fair amount of low-cost things, and it's still something he's got to think about, so I'm kind of happy using my Owl in that way, especially against a Shaman. Okay then. I guess the Owl is, in fact, going to die to a... I mean, it should die to the Flame Tongue, because then it's going to get healed back up to a 1-3 anyway. He may actually just ignore it, which would be a little bit of a mistake. There's no real reason to. And he does indeed. I'm not entirely sure what the game plan is here from our friend, but... you know, he seems really content to go with it, so I'm not gonna begrudge him that. I'm not gonna do it. So the awkwardness is here that I'm gonna have to kill my own Owl, even if I throw it into that, which is a little bit of a shame, honestly. Perhaps the Sludge Belcher would have been better. If I had a way past this, and then the ability to attack the Lotheb, that would be a very, very sizable amount of value, but I don't really have a way to do that right now. I need to kill this, and because of Lotheb, it doesn't matter what I really draw. So I'm actually just going to stall for a little bit, because that 5-5 will go into there, and then it will come back as a 1-2, which, to be fair, those ones can deal with rather handily. So I might actually just attack, take everything down to a 5-4 and a 3-4. They'll attack anything, that'll become a 1-1. But I don't really have a way to deal with the 1-1. But if I draw Whirlwind, I could Acolyte, kill the Lotheb, and draw a card off it, which is obviously really good. So it's just whether I actually use my attack here or not. That's the real question. And I think, honestly, it makes sense to, just so the Lotheb can't heal up from killing my Sludge Belcher for free. Now, obviously, I should have done that before playing the Sludge Belcher, but I changed my mind after making my play, which was a noob error, because now it is killable, a lot more killable to Crackle. A Lightning Bolt does a lot of work to it. Earthshock is less valuable, because it's already injured, so there is that silver lining, as there is with everything. And honestly, Gromming to kill this wouldn't be terrible at this stage. And yet it's still going to actually eat an Earthshock, which I'm pretty happy with, because it's still... really though, he wants to kill me so badly. Did I offend his mother and I've forgotten? And there's the Lightning Bolt to finish it. Alright, well at least he's being a little bit sensible, but it still feels like there's a lot going on here that really shouldn't be doing. You should have totemed first, of course, and we do actually draw our Brawl, which makes me very, very happy. So I'm going to Acolyte, and probably, in fact, we do have another Wisp in the deck. So, Wisp, alright, come on! Show him your muscle, you glorious bastard. Oh, he's so nearly won. Oh, that... If the Wisp had won that Brawl, I think my life would have been complete. But yeah, thank you very much, Wisp, for a bailout there, increasing the chances of my victory. This hopefully will draw a few cards. He's used an Earthshock, he's used a Lightning Bolt, so I should be able to get some value off it. And I'm not too worried about being this low right now, because clearly he doesn't have Bloodlust or I'd be dead, and I have a Shield Maiden, I have a Belcher, I have a fair amount of stall here, and I have a way to draw cards. So his best play is to deal with this in a way that means that I only get the minimum amount of cards off it, which in fact he does do. And here's a Cruel Taskmaster, which is actually a really nice draw, because assuming, hey, there we go, so that is excellent. I really could not have asked for a better set of cards there. So now we're slowly clawing this back to 17 health. And the thing about being a warrior is the enemy kind of exhausts everything, getting you to this state, and then you just slowly go, oh no, and start clawing everything back and flipping the tables. He is still desperate to kill me, however. I mean, granted, playing really aggressive against a control warrior is a good thing to do. It really, really is, but I feel like there is a limit. I mean, Hex on that would have been great, because now I can't kill the Sludge Belcher. That annoyingly is going to get healed up, but it really doesn't matter too much. We do have our charge now for our Wisp when we do draw it, but apart from that, I kind of want to play Ragnaros, but at the same time, I am a little bit concerned about any potential Bloodlust, because he has been playing ridiculously aggressive. Although, if I play Cruel Taskmaster, the Lightning Storm is very powerful. 5, 4, 4, 4, 3. So, boom, and then the 3 kills that, so he's got a 4, 4, and a 3, which is 8 damage, which is 11, which means I still survive a Bloodlust, as long as he doesn't have any extra damage from hand. Whereas if I Cruel Taskmaster that, I'm a lot more Lightning Stormable, but I survive a Bloodlust. But the thing is, Bloodlust isn't that common, so I'm going to risk it for now. For the proverbial biscuit, I think you will find. I'm going to really... I was, if he plays Bloodlust now. I really, really am. Alright, we've got a totem, so we're at least not seeing double Bloodlust, so we do have that going for us. We see the Lightning Storm anyway, which makes me happy, because the Cruel Taskmaster didn't get wasted. Annoyingly, he does go down to a 3-2, but really, it's either both spiders or the 2-3. So it reduces the number of targets on the board, which makes me think he doesn't have Bloodlust, because if he had Bloodlust, the 2-3 makes the most sense. I mean, now he gets to kill that for free and it heals up, but I only take 1 damage this turn, which is okay in my book. Though I don't really have any more ways of just clearing the board, and there is a lot of stuff that I am dealing with here. Granted, 3 of it really is not that useful. I mean, I could shield block here, but it doesn't really do anything for me. It kind of just stalls the game out a little bit, whereas I could put Ragnaros. I mean, he's not used 2 cards, he's not used a Hex, he probably does have a Hex. I mean, it makes sense that he would. But these taunts are really irritating. I'm going to try and draw into something a lot more useful. The Whirlwind isn't actually horrible, mainly because I can use it to kill the Belcher along with something else, which is obviously kind of nice. We're armoring up, of course we are. I may have to use one of my charge here, which is a little bit of a problem, because obviously there's nothing that I can safely Cruel Taskmaster. So 2, 3, 4, 5, I mean it's only 5 damage I'm taking, but I've not really done anything this turn but stall, which kinda does suck. So I may just Whirlwind and Cruel Taskmaster away the slime, but then everything gets healed back up from the Whirlwind, so it vastly reduces the effectiveness of it. So I'm going to have to end turn and hope for something a little bit better in the way of a draw here. It's just annoying to have to deal with so many small things as a warrior. You're not really cut out for it. You're more suited towards dealing with large threats while maintaining your own. And the thing is, large threats don't do anything to a swarm of taunts because you just can't get through them in time to do anything meaningful. If we get rock-bited on the Doomhammer, we are very much going to find ourselves very dead. I mean, we're about to take 10 damage here. In fact, are we dead? We could be dead. 2, 3, 4, 5... No, we are alive by 1 health, which means we are effectively dead next turn, which does suck. We do draw Acolyte of Pain, which is very, very useful. We are then going to, of course, Whirlwind everything, see what we draw. Death's Bite. That is very, very good. But the thing is, I can give that charge and still play the Cruel Taskmaster. So I could charge this away, kill the... But no, I can't survive. No matter what I do here, I can't actually survive. So technically speaking, I need to charge this in order to kill this, get another draw off this, and then hope... Oh, the Doomsayer would have been fantastic, like yesterday. 2, 4, and then obviously makes 8. So even if I armor up, I'm dead. So I guess what we will do is see what I would have drawn, everybody. Watch it be Wisp. Oh no, it's a Shield Slam, which wouldn't actually help in any way. So I'm just gonna Shield Slam. Take that! Oh, it didn't work. Okay. I after failing this challenge was like, no, I will manage to do this. So the very next game that I played after ending this video was the one you are currently watching, and it really, really is wonderful, because it was a lovely way for me managing to pull off the Wisp Humiliation, because I would not completely fail this. So it was against a Warlock who was playing Zoo, and he had Jiraxxus, and he Jiraxxus'd back up to 15, then he heal-bodied back up to 15, and I'm there with all these cards in my hand that could win me the game and everything, but I'm trying to play in a way that makes it look like I don't have any answers, and that he has a chance of winning, so that he stays in the game, and I can get my Wisp Humiliation. So I'm trying to just slowly injure him down every single time, and then eventually it gets to the turn where it happens. He draws a Knife Juggler, uses the heal bot and his face, which is a little bit interesting there. I mean, he could have gone for the Infernal Juggle and the Spider if he was feeling a little bit RNG, but he clears my board, and then I draw the second Wisp as if it knew it was time, and it was ready. Playing the double Wisp there. I was a little bit injured as well. The charge is on, and then perfectly free damage to Lord Jiraxxus. The Wisp hath won. It was awesome. So there you go. Rage has been the Wisp Humiliation Hijinks, and I've still had a lot of fun trying to pull it off. Remember to like if you enjoyed this, it really does help, and I do appreciate it. And subscribe for more. Goodbye. You've been watching